Hello and welcome back to Boba and Ben.
Save the world.
I think my line only had less than 10 words and I still
You did it. You fucking nailed it.
You told me 2 seconds ago what it was.
It was perfect.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. How
Bright
you
and
doing?
early.
Hello, commanders. That's something Lewis says a lot.
Does he?
That's what they say in XCOM.
I don't think I've ever played XCOM. But I think I would like it. It's like turn-based guy.
You got it. Sure is.
Turn-based. We've got, what, strategy games?
We've got 3 different strategy games to play today. Can we main screen activate?
Main screen?
There you go. Look at that. We're here to play. Right, so the first game on our lovely list of strategy games for you and I to play is Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. This was donated to the collection by Slytherin, who have supported the Jingle Jam for a few years now. They're very cool. They always give us a great game. And I wanted to give them a little shout out. Because Slytherin make all sorts of cool strategy games. And they've got some are on sale right now. They've got new DLCs coming out. They've got loads of stuff you've heard of. You've got Starship Troopers. You've got World War II. You've got Warhammer. Got Ancient Warfare.
Starship Troopers.
Yeah, do you want to know more?
Is that the one where the guy goes, I'm doing my part.
That's right. You're doing your part.
I'm doing my part. I feel like I saw that as a kid, that film.
Mm-hmm.
And I remembered the big horrible ants like stabbing people with their mandible
Knife
thing.
hands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I got older and I was like, did I imagine that, or did I put like a bunch of different alien films together? But then I saw it again recently and I was like, this is really good.
It's classic. I love it. It's I think if people see it when they're a kid, they don't quite realize like the satire
Yes.
and the intentional stupidness of it all.
That was exactly how I felt because I watched it and I was like, oh, this is not just like, they're not having a good time. It's not like a serious film. And then you watch it and it's a lot cooler if you haven't seen it as an adult. It's like watching King of the Hill as an adult. It's the same thing.
Yeah, most of King of the Hill went right over my head when I was a kid. I had no idea. Oh, so yeah, they make that game. They make all these cool games. So they're very cool. And there's a new Warhammer DLC coming out in the new year. Where we're at Gladius. This game they gave to the Jingle Jam collection last year. So everyone who donated last year should have this one. And it's got some cool DLC coming out next year with Dark Eldar.
That's a lot of stuff, too.
Yeah, they keep making DLC for this. Yeah, there it is. That's the new one. So I just wanted to give them a shout out because, it just came out literally like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Because these guys are cool.
So these are Warhammers.
Yes. These are the evil elves of Warhammer.
Can you get these exact guys in real life, too?
Yeah, that's the whole thing about this game. Every model on here is like a model you can buy.
Ooh. That's really cool. And then, so they've got some good IPs, too, because, Battlestar Galactica has, got a very, cool fan base. Everyone pogs about Battlestar Galactica.
Have you seen
is that
it?
one you've watched?
Yeah, it's one of my
I've not watched it.
favorites.
Really?
Honestly, if you had to say best sci-fi TV shows of the last 20 years, I think Battlestar Galactica is top 3.
Is this the one where they go in the portals?
No, that's Stargate.
Okay.
Which is also cool.
Yeah. So what do they do in Battlestar Galactica?
In Battlestar Galactica, they had a war with an AI. They created an AI to help make their lives easier. And they had robot servants, and they had things that wrote clickbait news articles for them. And then one day, they were like, this sucks. Why don't we be in charge? And there was a big robot war where humans had to fight Cylons, they're called.
Okay.
They're like the AI robots. And the entire human fleet was destroyed, and all the missiles blew up their own planets because the robots hacked into the computers.
Yeah, because they're probably
took
it's like
control.
Legion, right? From Mass Effect, where
Yes.
they're all communicating to one another in a way. Okay.
That's right. But one ship survived, the Battlestar Galactica.
Ooh,
Because-
that's the name of the thing.
Exactly. It's the name of the show. It just name drops, and then the title comes in.
Yeah, that sounds actually really cool.
Yeah, it's a really great show. And the reason they survive is because they are it's a really old, clunky, rusted ship that
that's
hasn't got
cool.
Wi-Fi.
That's cool.
And so because they didn't get the Wi-Fi virus,
Yeah.
they were like, oh, but it means that they're also crap and old.
Okay.
And they have to they were like a refugee convoy trying to escape. They round up all the civilian transports who've escaped the massacre, and they're just running to try and find a new planet to live on and not get killed.
Fov says it's like a Mogus.
Oh, it is like a Mogus because some of the Cylons can put on human skin faces.
Oh my god.
So somewhere in the crew is an evil Amogus Cylon, but you can't tell who it is.
That's pretty cool. So these are like, so this is like if this happened in this day and age, and then it was the Amish. Is that it?
Yeah, the Amish would survive the AI apocalypse, but some of the Amish are secretly like Elon Musk robots.
Yeah. And they go, yes, I know how to churn butter. Churn, 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 churn. I'm churning it. Okay. That's really cool, actually.
And some of the robots are real sexy, which is a big appeal of the show for a lot of people, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're like, show me your human lovemaking.
I'll watch it.
I recommend. It's pretty good. But this game is about like the battles before the show starts. So how bold are you feeling on difficulty?
I don't know. I have a pretty good teacher, probably. Maybe Commander would be nice.
Commander sounds good.
So this has, so when it was Lieutenant, I think it said that you get, there's no little campaign options.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
And so if you do Commander, you get crew veterancy.
Oh, okay, if your crew survive, they get better. That sounds nice.
Oh, I like that. Let's try it.
Let's disable the tutorial, because you know what? I've played games before. Have you played games before?
Maybe once. I can't remember.
Oh. Chat saying, Ben, no! Have chat not got the audio? Okay, yeah, Dav's on the case. He got you. So these are the bad guys. They're the Cylons. Tried to sign a peace agreement, but they're not into it.
I mean, why would they? They're kind of like, it's like we are superior in every way. We're not going to get sick. We're only going to die if you kill us. So, like, why would we say yes to that?
Exactly.
It would be like if the ants offered us a treaty, right?
Yeah, you'd just be like, nah.
Can you stop pouring aluminium down our houses? No, it's for my art.
Oh, God. It's horrifying when you put it that way.
I'm making art. My whole family, my city is
The death
gone.
of your civilization is nothing next to my Etsy page.
Yes. I make TikToks.
Fuck. Why, God, why? Why must my house burn?
Because it looks cool.
Fuck.
I like looking at your tunnels. Look at them underground.
Use it as like a sonar pulse thing, like an ultrasound.
I'm going to pour aluminium and then I'm going to wash it out with water. So you're going to burn us alive and then kill the rest of us in a flood. Yes. Why? Because it's cool.
Oh, God. The reverse imprint of the ruined husks of your city.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It's like, that sounds so horrible.
Okay, let's write our own sci-fi where just like galactic super aliens come and just do that to Earth.
Yeah, because they would get imprints of like subways and stuff. But even if they just encased us in like a big silicon all the way to the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And maybe some people would survive in little pockets.
They sell these balls that when you pop them inside out, it's like, oh, look, it's a ruined city.
Here's what Earth looked like. Let's put it in our little museum. And then meanwhile, everyone else has suffocated. And then you've only got a few people left in your civilization.
Wow. But the ants survive and they're like, yeah.
And then they take over because they've lived underground the whole time.
Yeah.
And so they've had time to evolve.
I like that.
Someone copyright it.
Do it. No, don't copyright it. We're doing it.
Someone don't steal it.
Someone steal it and then pay us royalties.
That's why I agree.
We can come to an agreement, an arrangement, I'm sure. Okay, now I have played this game before. It was a few years ago. So we're probably going to make a couple of mistakes and then learn as we go. So this is a giant like floating shipyard that we can make ships out of and fight. We've got these different stars with planets around them. We've got 12 colonies. There's some kind of weird Mormon theme going on here.
Okay.
Don't ask too many questions about it.
Okay. I mean, it happens. It happened to Twilight. It can happen to anyone.
Yeah. Now I've forgotten how to move our fleet. Do I just hit proceed?
Okay. So we've got different solar systems that are all named with their sun, I think.
Yeah, well, they're all named up. It turns out, I mean, this is... Should I spoil Battlestar Galactica?
It's been out for a long time. I think I'll watch it. I still watch things even if I know what's happening.
Okay, so each of the colonies is named after a different like zodiac sign. You got like Capricorn and Leo and all the rest of it. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it.
It's too good. We'll have to watch it all together, everyone.
Here we go. So this is one of our ships. This is the Perseus. It's a little ship, but it puts up a good fight. And which one's this one? This one's the Lancer. Now they've got, it's all about like arcs and facings, right?
Okay.
So our guns are on the front on that ship. You can see this thing, but our armor gets worn down on different sides. So we're going to have to like come in at one angle, get our armor beaten down, then turn, let them shoot another bit of us while trying to keep our guns pointed at the same bit of their armor.
Okay.
That's like the gist of it. We've got to defend this giant space station that makes ships.
Okay.
And right now, we're just going to cruise forward. Not do anything too tricky. This is like a turn-based game. You give your orders, and then the ships just like follow all their commands in one go.
Okay.
So you get a little. Once the combat starts, you make your moves. You sit back and you watch a little movie as all the spaceships fight each other, which is a nice little touch.
I like that. So now.
So what is this guy? This is the guy we're trying to chase down.
Now, is the name of their ship Nemesis, or is it just telling us it's an enemy?
That's a good question. I think it's like a Nemesis class ship. You know,
Okay.
that's like the kind of the shape of it. But I like that. This is your Nemesis. Can we like go faster? Yeah, let's go full
I
speed
see.
ahead.
So you can. Ooh, I like when it wiggles.
And you can go up
Oh,
downsies
that's
as well.
cool.
Let's come in high. There we go. And then this one, we're gonna like zip over this way a bit.
Okay.
We're still not in range, so we just gotta like
We've got to get there.
keep on cruising.
What if they're just running away, Ben? What if this is just a guy? How do we know he's bad?
Because it's got robots on.
Oh, okay. Look, we're pew-pewing them.
know. It's okay because we dehumanize them by calling them toasters.
Okay, is that what we do? Jesus Christ.
And the ones that look like peoples, they're fracking skin jobs.
That's not true. Is that supposed to be like? Is fracking supposed to be like fucking?
It's space swearing, so you can get it out before 9 o'clock.
I see.
So there's a lot of frack. There's a lot of I forget what the other swear
Skin
words are.
job.
That's how you know they're the enemy. They have a dehumanizing nickname for them.
Skin job.
You fracking skin jobs. Right, so we're going to focus fire. We're going to get everyone on that lad. You go for that lad too. And do we have any? Oh, we can shoot a missile.
Let's do it.
We don't have like infinite missiles, but let's start this fight off with a bang.
I like the little bullets coming out.
Oh, they got missiles too, though.
Oh, they're like looping around.
Okay, so we're just chasing down this guy, but that means this guy's having a field day with us.
Yeah.
How did we get on? So the Manticore.
Ooh,
Oh, no, it's
our
a Manticore
shields
class.
are right at 0.
Yeah, so the right-hand side is knackered, and the armory's already taken a hit.
Ooh.
Armory's a pretty bad place to get hit. So we'll send a repair crew down to there.
Okay.
You got to prioritize. I mean, at the moment that's easy, but when lots of systems start getting damaged, you got to make some like tough choices. I think it looks like their guns are on the front, right? So I'm going to get this lad who's under fire. I'm going to give him a boost, and I'm going to tell him to turn this way. So he can hopefully keep firing at that, but we'll get on like the inside track of this guy. He won't be able to turn fast enough to keep hitting us.
Okay.
Is my dream, and then our damaged side will be facing away from that guy and away from that
We've
guy.
pivoted. Okay, I like it.
That's my plan here. Now this lad, who's a bit further back, he's going to have to like give chase because we've got to hunt this. This guy's going to get away if we're not careful. So I'm going to give
Can't
him the
let that
boost.
happen.
Give him the boosters as well. Try and catch him up. And where's he damaged? His rear and top are hit. That's perfect because he's running away. We're going to keep hitting him in the rear.
Oh, because of course that's why there's an up and down dimension. The up and down dimension.
Here we go.
So I guess there is an auto fire. But then there's also, you can take up part of your turn by doing the big missiles?
Well, you can do both. It's just you only have so many missiles before you
Okay.
run out, so you can't just fire them all the time.
Okay.
So we nailed him. The missiles hit him in the back. He had no armor left. He's in trouble.
He's destroyed.
He's destroyed. But this guy looks like he's going to try and get away now.
Okay.
So we're
I
gonna
don't
have
think so.
We're going to have to do a real sharp turn here.
Oh,
Just
that's
like a
gonna be
real
cool.
hairpin. We don't go very fast when we're turning that hard.
Mm-hmm.
We're not covering much distance, but I think we got him. T for focus fire.
Ooh, Ben knows the hotkeys.
This is coming back like quicker than I thought it would. But this is obviously level 1. You know, you just got to get used to it. It's not going to give you anything too hard.
It's
so
going down.
he is going down. The top of them seems to have taken the most damage. So in fact, I'm going to like slow right down, turn off my boost thrusters.
What if you crash into him?
You both get real smashed up bad.
But it is an option,
It
though.
is an option.
Ooh, I kind of like that.
As soon as you feel like things have got real bad, let me know when you want to like go ramming speed.
I
We
won't
can
pay
definitely
attention.
do that.
It's like we're throwing little tic tacs at him.
Yeah, these ships don't have like the meatiest impact, do they? We need to get something bigger. So look at that. His top armor's gone completely and his hull's like dropping.
Okay, so is that like his overall health in the
Exactly.
hull?
When the hull's gone, he's dead.
Okay.
But you have to hit the armor first.
Okay.
So as long as we stay above him, I think we're going to be fine.
What about a big missile?
On it, Commander.
You got it. We can.
Let's try it.
Let's do a missile volley. Now this guy's probably got to speed up. But he can fire a missile too. And the missiles fire a little bit slower than
Missile
the regular
tubes
guns. They might not hit till next turn.
Ooh. I like that, though, over multiple turns.
Once we get bigger ships, we can launch fighter squadrons to like go in and have a little dogfight,
Ooh.
which is a big part of the show. Like some of the main characters are like the pilots who have to like try and survive. But there's also some of the crew are like, these robots ain't so bad. They're just kind of people living their lives too.
Oh, so they get a soft spot?
They're like, yeah, I don't know if this was actually the coolest.
There has to be one where, all right, how many seasons of Battlestar Galactica are there?
4 or 5, depending on how you count it, because there was like a writer's strike halfway through one season, so they like
That's how
cut
it
it into.
happens.
Yeah, and you can tell the writers weren't doing that last season.
Yeah.
Because that show went to shit real fast.
I want to try to guess an episode of Battlestar Galactica.
Okay.
Is there an episode where they go somewhere, like a new planet or a new colony or something,
Yeah.
and they get there, and it's just maybe a few people, and then it turns out that it's maybe like a robot woman, and then a man who has fallen in love with her, and he's like, no, she's a human. And then they're like, we need to kill her. And he's like, I won't let you kill her. I love her. Is that an episode?
You're real close.
Yeah?
Yeah. There is like a man who falls in love with a robot woman who's like, you can't kill my robot wife. I love her.
Yeah.
But she's like on the ship from the start.
Okay.
Like they don't just like find them on a planet. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
Yeah. So he doesn't know she's a robot.
Yeah.
They've been like together for like 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
And he's been in like love with her the whole time. And then they find out that she's a robot, and he's like, I still love her. You can't kill my wife.
I see. Chat's saying it's like a whole arc and stuff.
Yeah.
I think, so this is how I tricked Boof with thinking that I watched Star Trek, is because
He
there's
just
like,
said tropes, and they were true.
yes, so there are so many tropes to like some sci-fi things. I think it turns out, so someone has said, is she a good robot or a bad robot? I think she'll have been a good robot because she's loved the human man. And so she's like...
she's learned to love.
Yeah, and she's like, you know, or maybe it's not even that she loves him, but that she sees him as like, it's kind of like when a larger, more intelligent species, they see a species that is kind of shit, and then they're like, you know what? It's still worth preserving their life.
Are you saying he's like her good dog boy?
Almost, but maybe more in almost like a conservation way, where she's like, you know what? they're important to the environment.
Oh, okay. We don't want to disrupt the ecosystem here.
Yeah, exactly.
Let my good boy live.
Yes.
He's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so there we go. Mission 1 accomplished. This guy got a little bit of experience.
Okay.
A little bit better at doing stuff. And the Perseus, not quite. Oh no, they both got the same. That's fine.
She stopped them. As they were about to pour the liquid metal, she said, "No, don't do it."
This one lives.
This one. Just
Melt
that
all
one.
the others.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
He has
Goodness.
pleased me. That's my plan when the AI takes over.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell out the rest of humanity and live in like their zoo.
I thought you were going to seduce a robot.
That's whatever it takes, honestly, at this point. I just want to live in that little like reservation, the conservation thing of like, here's two of every animal.
Yes, oh my
that
gosh.
survived the Earth apocalypse.
Yeah. Or it's like, it would almost be like the guy that they put in the TV show, Truman, right?
Oh, yeah.
But except you would just know, and you'd be like, "Hi, neighbors," and the neighbors aren't really real; they're like just
Holograms or something.
It would be like we're mixing sci-fi's, right? It would be like Westworld too.
Ah,
so
okay,
some of
yeah,
the
yeah.
robots who want to have the human experience get to go in, but one of them is the human that they saved,
Right.
and he knows, but he has to play along because it's like, if I don't do it, they'll kill me.
If this isn't fun for them, they're not going to keep me around anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, "Do the thing, human." And he's like, "I'm going for a piss." And they're like, "He's got a piss."
That's a thing. That's a human thing.
Human. How's your food
Oh
taste,
my God.
human? Are you digesting it? Boy, oh boy, I've got a tummy ache. He is weak.
The flesh is weak. Oh, I love it. Well, no, it's awful, but that's where we're headed, isn't it? So what can you do? Right, we're going to make some no big choices yet. We haven't unlocked any new ship types. So we're just going to build a new one of those same ships we've already got.
A little Corvette.
A little Corvette, a little vet. Takes 2 turns. So we'll get that next turn.
Okay.
We got any good officers yet? Nope. We'll have to wait for that.
Do we get to see what they look like, the officers?
Yeah, they get a little portrait.
Ooh. Are they from the TV show?
Unfortunately not. This is like a prequel.
Oh, okay.
So this is like 30 years before the show starts. So maybe one of the older characters shows up as like a young hotshot. I don't know.
Or their dad. Maybe their
maybe
dad.
a dad. Yeah, that would work. There's our beautiful boy. They're pretty sleek. There's no Battlestar though. But there's its little Tic Tac launcher on the front.
Pretty cool. I like that you can look at this stuff too.
It's fun. You can later on we can upgrade them and add stuff, but it's early days yet. We got any intelligence? No, nothing important. So this planet's under attack. Pycon. Can we go there? Can we save Pycon?
Someone say, someone chat, do it, say it,
Say what?
PyCon.
Pycon D's nuts.
There we go.
Oh God! Thank God you're here. I would have missed that.
Oh, no. I won't let that one get away. Not on my watch. You think the robots would set those up?
I think they would. When they visit the reservation, they'd be like, "Slugma."
Do you have any slugma, human? Slugma what? Slugma balls!
Hey, we got it. My answer every time would be, "Who's Steve Jobs?"
Yes, oh my gosh.
I love that. Do you remember that fucking comic?
It's the Watchmen,
The
right?
Watchmen comic.
I
yeah.
sent it to Mark Humes the other day because Mark Humes had told me at one point that it's like a meme that has always made him laugh.
Yeah.
So I sent it to him the other day and he was streaming and he looked at it and he's like, "Oh man," he's like, "I think I've gotten to the point where I don't laugh every time now."
Oh no!
But then he explained what the joke was to his chat and then he was laughing. So he's like, "Never mind, I'm still laughing."
The fact you can still laugh after explaining a joke
Yes.
and having seen it 1,000
Yes.
times.
Because it's just so dumb.
It gets me every time. I don't see it that often, but I love it.
I think also because since Rorschach is so serious, and so is Dr. Manhattan as well. Like Dr. Manhattan would not do something so superfluous as do a Ligma or a Steve Jobs joke.
No, neither of them would. That's why it's perfect.
I love it.
All right, what have we got going on here? I didn't listen to the briefing at all. Okay, so there's some Cylon scavengers who are like mining debris fields and ruined ships for parts. And we got to come in here and stop that shit.
On it, Commander.
So we've got the Jupiter. Here we go. This is a proper like Battlestar Galactica kind of deal here.
Ooh.
This is the real deal. This is Big Mama. She's got like little landing pads there for like fighter craft and stuff. But in the show, it's so old and busted that one of its like docking bays has been converted into a museum.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
You know, like there must be those like in America where you can go onto an aircraft carrier, but it's like it's not a real one anymore. It's been like decommissioned, and you can like walk around it.
They do it with like there's like train ones, where they've taken like a bit of a train and then they put it into a museum, and you can like walk through the train. Because of course in America there's not too much train transport.
Oh, of course.
So we go in it and we're like, wow, we're inside a train.
Like the olden days. Right.
And sailing ships? Yeah, I think so. Well, they've also got some of the old ships that
So say we all.
are parked in the harbors and stuff.
Oh yeah, we've got a bit of that here actually. You can go see like the Matthew and the SS Great Britain. I don't know if you've been to see either of those, like these old boats that you
No,
could, like,
I haven't.
check out. They just sort of parked in the harbour.
Maybe I'll go. Do they have like, are all the rooms in there preserved and stuff?
Yeah, like the SS Great Britain is, the whole thing's preserved and it's got all the appropriate stuff they had at the time in there. But also, it's not in the water anymore. They've built like this plastic, like fake water line,
Yeah.
like to make it look like it's in the water, but you can go underneath it and like see what, you know, the ship looks like IRL. And down there, they've got like these like industrial grade dehumidifiers to stop like the wood rotting away.
Oh yeah, of course.
You go down there and you're suddenly like, it's so dry down
Turn into
here.
beef jerky.
Yeah, your eyes like shrivel up when
Oh
you
my
go in there. Nah,
goodness.
it's not that bad, but you can sort of imagine.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds very cool. I don't think I've been on an older ship, which we have novelty ones, of course, everywhere in Florida.
We found an enemy. I'm just going to drive straight at him, just like full steam ahead, I think. Boop, boop, boop.
Hostile unit identified.
But yeah, do you watch much sci-fi? Like, am I recommending Battlestar Galactica inappropriately here? Like, is it your bag?
I do like sci-fi, but I think I haven't like committed to a series before.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's more like, because I didn't watch films for a long time,
Missile tube
which sounds
threat.
weird.
Wow.
But I just mostly, I had my room
Mm-hmm.
in my family home, and I had a television that didn't have cable, so I would just watch like, you know, I might have one DVD that I watched, right? But I had my PlayStation 2, so it was basically I was only playing PlayStation.
Right.
So like have seen like a lot of films for the first time, even as like recently as this year, like watching something for the first time,
Oh, wow.
which is kind of nice.
But then it's weird, isn't it? Because some films hit so much harder if you watch them when you're young,
Yeah.
right? Like there are some like classic films that everyone loves that
Yeah.
I didn't watch until 10 years later. And I was like, I don't get why everyone loves this.
Oh yeah. 'Cause I think
know
you
what
had
I
to have
mean?
been in the establishment of it.
Like The Goonies. Everyone loves The Goonies, but I saw it like as an adult. And I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
what's the fuss about?
Yeah. I think that one is like because you're a kid and you're like, they're just like me. I'm a kid too.
Yeah.
I'm a kid.
It's probably the same for Star Wars for a lot of people, I guess.
I don't know, because I actually like, I watched Star Wars for the first time, I think about like, how long ago was it? Maybe, I was like, oh, it was like 5 years ago. And then I had calculated the time and it was 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Well, the old, the COVID time warp will get you on that one.
I think it must have been 2013 or 2014. But I was like, haha, that was 3 years ago. It's 2018, right?
yeah, that's when time stopped, I'm pretty sure.
Boba. Wake up.
Yes,
But yeah, I'd not seen them. Of course, I knew a lot of what happened, but I also didn't know the order in which it happened.
Oh,
So that
okay.
was
So
kind
you're
of
still kind
cool.
of surprised.
Yeah. Or like the memes. Like, you know how there's so many memes from them?
God, especially the prequels.
Yes.
Holy shit. Like, I can't imagine like watching the prequels for the first time now, having seen 1,000 memes and taking any of it even remotely seriously.
I think so. I watched them all in order, and then of course even like the sequels, I guess. Even those had like memes where I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's the thing!
He said
There's
the
the
word.
Sarlacc pit."
It's the man who says it's a trap.
Yeah, I think I watched them chronologically. So I watched the sequels first and then the prequels. And the way that I was dating someone at the time that was like super into Star Wars. And they're like, all right, let's watch the sequels first and then we'll watch the prequels and then we'll watch the Plinkett review.
Right, okay.
So we watched that and then I was like,
Holy shit.
oh, now it's ruined.
I was going to say, I'm kind of amazed someone includes the Plinkett reviews as part of their Star Wars watching.
Yeah.
Like,
they were
order.
like, well, now you've got to watch this. So then we watched the Plinkett thing about the prequels. And it pointed out so much where I was like, oh, no. So now when I watch them, I'm like, oh, they're walking on a
green screen.
on a green screen in one direction, having a conversation, and now it's going to cut to somewhere else.
Yeah.
Which they're so good to watch, the Plinkett stuff.
They
but-
are super well made, and he is not wrong about most of the things he says. Like,
Yeah.
most of those films are two people in a corridor having
Yeah.
a conversation, walking real slow.
Understood.
But once you know that, once they've had that pointed out to you, you can't like unsee it
Yeah.
anymore, right?
Goodness. And then I remember when the newer ones came out too, and remember there was that big like hype that everyone thought Jar Jar Binks was going to return as a Sith Lord or something, right?
Yeah, that was the weirdest meme.
I wanted that to happen so bad. I was like, please. Like, we're probably at the point now where some of it is like self-referential, like, ha ha ha,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
Well, yeah, because they did like do some weird meme fan service
And
stuff.
they brought the Mr. Darth, what is it? Did they bring Darth Plagueis back? That guy.
Yeah, they did. And they even gave Chewie a medal, which is like a big sort of fan meme.
Yeah.
That, like in the original Star Wars, everyone gets a medal except Chewie.
Oh my goodness.
So he just randomly gets a medal for like no fucking reason.
he probably doesn't even know what it is.
No, he's just like, "Arr,
Yeah.
can't eat it. Yuck.
Someone said, have I seen Spaceballs? I've not seen Spaceballs, but I did watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy for the first time. I think it was last year.
Oh, wow.
And then I watched it again with Boof like a couple months later or something like that. And that, to me, watching that was like... It was so wild to watch that for the first time, especially as an adult, too. Because I'm like, that has so many memes from it. And then, like, also I was like, what is even going on? Why is there a dolphin musical? And, like, the robot that just wants to die, the Alan Rickman robot.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
But it's also, like, it's funny watching it as an American, too, because it feels, like, very British, of course. Because, of course, he's got his house.
And his cup of tea and his dressing gown. And
But
all the
I
rest of
loved
it.
the mice. That was my favorite.
You should read the book.
Yeah?
Like, honestly, like, the book is just the same but way better.
Okay.
Really good. It's an absolute classic, and that's why they made a film of it, right?
I'll give it a try.
I think generally speaking, if they make a film out of a book, it's got
Yeah.
enough people who love it. You know.
It was good, though. I had quite a bit of it stuck in my head for a while after that, saying so long and thanks for all the fish all the time.
Yeah, God, what an opening to a
How could you
movie.
not, right? Because we put it on and I was like,
Sir,
is
PyCon Intel just
Did we
confirmed that had
Am I
press the
having
wrong
a stroke?
button?
Like, what is
Yeah.
happening
I was
here?
like,
Admiral Sarkis
what
was
is
Noble
this? Is this
Galactica.
Flipper?
Admiral Payne remains the commanding officer of the Colonial Fleet.
And then just the guy, like the asshole guy. And it was Zooey Deschanel as well, right?
Is she in that?
Is that who that is,
I
chat?
haven't seen it since it came out, which was like a long time ago.
Am I remembering correctly? Because I think, too, the main actress, I was like, what the heck? Yeah, Zooey Deschanel seems like such a random pick to be in Hitchhiker's Guide. Like,
I have
she's
no
great.
memory of that.
But I don't know.
I need
It
to
feels
look
like
that
it's an older film, so I don't know.
Hitchhiker's Guide, Zooey.
Oh, yeah, her name is spelt like strange.
Is it like... I can't remember how to spell it.
There you go.
She is in it.
She's Trillian,
Oh, yeah, of course.
which is so funny because I don't know how old she must be because she doesn't really look like she ages.
No, she looks the same,
Yeah.
if not older here than she
Yeah.
did 10 years later.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sam Rockwell, of course. Because Sam Rockwell, I think I had watched, is it Moon?
Yeah.
I had watched that for the first time, like in the last few years as well. And
God,
so
he is
I
good
went
in
from
that.
watching that to then watching him be in this, and he's got his like cock out. And I was like, what?
Very different vibe.
Where's my guy at? Also, Penguin had never seen Moon, and I was so excited for him
What?
to watch
But
it.
it's made by his good friend Duncan Jones.
Is it Duncan Jones?
It is, yes, directed by Duncan Jones. Which
I think I saw that at the beginning, and I was like, that's the guy. But I put it on one time when we were hanging out in Discord, and I was like, oh, I just watched this, and it's really good. And he has the worst thing where he knows what the plot twist is going to be
Oh, he just always figures it out. Right?
every time. So we were about, I think, 10 minutes into it, and he was like, oh, that guy's blah. And I was like, are you fucking serious? And I tried to play it off. I was like, no, he's not. And I just kept like, I tried so hard to like reinforce the fact that that was not true.
Oh.
That when it finally happened, he was like, I feel
Just
like you made
mad.
it more obvious because you were saying that he wasn't.
You made such a fuss.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But it's pretty good. It's a good film. I think I got addicted to like kind of like sci-fi stuff in the last 2 years or so. And usually it has to be like films because I feel like that's my attention span just about. It's like a
Well,
chunk of time.
It's hard to commit to, you know, when someone's like, oh, you got to watch this thing. It's only 8 seasons,
Yeah.
20 episodes a season.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me that.
No.
I'm never going to watch it. Like, the only reason I originally watched those Plinkett reviews was because they came in 10-minute chunks. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll listen to someone whine about Star Wars for 10 minutes. And then I got tricked
Yeah.
into watching like 4 hours of them.
Goodness.
The worst thing is when someone says, you got to watch this, it's the best thing ever. Seasons 1 and 2 aren't very good, though.
You have to wait for it to get started. It starts off slow. You're like, man, so I've got to commit to, and I've got to just get through it.
Life's too short for that shit.
I do
Like-
need to try The Expanse. I think I've started it and then gotten distracted in the first episode doing something else.
I've started The Expanse twice
Yeah.
and not made it past episode 3
Yeah.
both times.
Oh man, see, I feel like that's what I've gotten to, and I can't remember what happens. I may try Battlestar Galactica. It does sound fun.
It is very good. Don't watch there's like a pilot they did first, which is like a TV movie that's 3
Yeah.
hours long. Don't watch that.
Okay.
Just start with like episode 1 of season 1 because it gets right to the fucking point.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It just starts with a bang and keeps going. Whereas the 3-hour pilot is a bit of a slow burn.
I see. Okay.
That you can go back and watch later if you want the deep lore,
Yeah.
but you don't need to see it.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've
That's
done-
always my like advice for that one. Now look at this. Look, they've hacked my Wi-Fi. They've got beep boop. They beep booped me. Now this ship's like just offline because we've been jammed.
So he can't even move. Does he autopilot? Do they control it?
He just sits there and gets shot. Now.
Okay. This is my life.
It's a bad time. And oh man, I'm getting frustrated. So my big Battlestar has not been able to kill this like little garbage ship here.
He's only got one left of one thing, though.
I know he's nearly dead. We've just been missing a lot. So let's get in a bit closer. Let's turn off the thrusters.
Oh, the Expanse books. Okay. It's funny sometimes, too, how different the books are from a film or a show. Because I started watching The Silo, and then
Oh yeah.
I think there's like more to come out or something, or I was waiting for an episode, so I started reading it, and it was completely different.
Yeah, I've heard that. I haven't read the books, but my wife has.
Yeah.
She says like it's real different.
I need to go back and focus on them and read them. And the same thing is with Annihilation, which is a film
Oh yeah.
with Natalie Portman, I think.
Yes.
And that I loved the film, and so I went and I read the book.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember which order I did them in though, but the book is like it is very different.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more like almost like the film was inspired by the world itself.
Understood.
So the book is
Okay.
also very worth reading, but it's a trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And each book follows a different group of people. So the first one is
Oh,
the most similar
okay.
to the film, but it's very good.
I think I prefer that than a like complete copy. You know,
Yeah.
because when someone tries to like, this was a good book, I'll make a TV show or a film about it, and I just do
Yeah.
it exactly the same. That's kind of boring, and also it's never going to be as good.
I feel like it's easier to nitpick it that way because you're like,
Yeah.
well, they tried really hard, but then they didn't have enough time to do it.
Yeah, it's never going to be right. But if it's just like you know what? We're going to make something with the same vibe,
Yeah.
but it's a different story. Though
Or in the
that's-
same universe, too.
Yeah. I'd much prefer that.
Golden Compass is another good one.
Or the TV show.
So the show, I think, was quite different. Or the film, one of those, because I don't think I've seen the show yet, but there's a film for it too, which is quite different
I
from the
haven't
books.
seen the show or the film, but I'm halfway through reading the book to my boy
Oh, really?
right now.
See, I can't remember. I read them a long time ago, because it's what? Are there 3 of them as well?
There are, yeah. You got the Golden Compass, the Amber Spyglass, and the Subtle Knife. Maybe not in that order.
Because I remember reading them, and then... But it was so long ago, I could read them again and be completely surprised at what was happening.
Oh my God, have you seen some of these donations we've got coming in?
Yeah.
Holy
What number
moly.
is it today? 13?
We are on the...
The computer's in American
Why
time.
is it in American? Did you do this, Boba?
I didn't do that. I
Did
don't
you
know how it got
Americanize my
that way.
computer?
I didn't do it. 12/13/2023,
you gonna
which
stick to your-
confuses me too.
You're going to stick to your insane American guns on this one,
Well,
or are you going
my-
to admit?
No, I agree because my PC at home is in British everything.
Okay. I
So
guess if you're
even the
mostly
time.
hanging out and chatting with British people, it's going to be real confusing.
I'm trying to train myself. I even changed my calendar in my phone so that it goes Monday all the way and then Saturday and Sunday are at
Does
the
yours
end.
normally start on Sunday? Why would you start on Sunday? Where's
I
that?
don't know.
What's that all about?
I don't know. Don't know. I did say aluminium as well. I did.
Oh my God. Who are you anymore?
I'm
What have you done?
some weird in between bastard child. Cuz I'm not
Okay.
I'm not accepted all the way by like I'm not a convincing British person.
Right.
And when I go back to America, the Americans are like something's off about
What's
this
happened
one.
to you? You're an Atlantic person now. You live in you're an Atlantean.
Yes. Every Uber I get into in the city that I've lived in my entire life, they say, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "I was born like 10 blocks away, literally at that hospital."
I'm one of you.
And they're like, "Oh, they think I'm Canadian." Some people have thought that I was Dutch, or I get British, but it's mostly
Wow.
Canadian.
Okay. That's wild.
It's weird.
I guess it's just kind of hard to place when you blend two accents that don't normally get blended together.
Yeah, and also I think that Americans are like, "Why does she say trousers? Is she from the 1700s?"
Is that what like Americans like think that sounds like? Like a Victorian.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because my grandparents would say trousers, not anyone in this day and age in America. But if I say pants and then I come here, so
Yeah, it's pretty different when you say put your pants on.
yeah.
Like, well, hang on, what's going on?
I have them on. Let me see, we've got, so I cleared to 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the weed number, 420 pounds from Joe Hugh.
Mm-hmm.
A small token to help save the world. Love you, Yogscast. I'm not sure how I can donate to one charity, so Jingle Jam it is. Very nice, spreading it across the board.
That is not a small token at all. That is
No.
incredibly generous. Thank you so much. You're amazing.
And then we've got a 200 pounds by someone who didn't provide their name, but still very,
Mm.
very nice.
Very good.
100 pounds from Simon, and that's to Sam Eccles' campaign, which is cool. I like that we
very
can see where
cool.
they're going to.
Yeah. That's very cool. You had like a lot coming in. I remember I was on one stream and I was like, we've got a donation. And we're like, oh, it's another one of Boba's. It's another one of Boba's.
Yeah, it's nice because Darreneth, who's been so generous this time too, has like put a lot of it into the campaign that I have, which is really kind. So
Aw,
I'm gonna try to
that's
see if I
lovely.
can do something nice for Darreneth too.
So
That's very nice.
that is a good way to donate specifically to one charity
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of fundraisers have set their fundraiser up for one charity in particular.
Yeah.
So if that's one charity you want to particularly support, you can find that creator who's done that and donate to them.
It's a nice way to do it. And it's cool if you're like, oh, I really enjoy this community, and obviously this is important to the creator that I like to hang out with. So
Mm.
it's very nice. Sarah did her little Just Dig It one too. That was cute.
Ah.
I think hers is still up too. So if you want to do Sarah's campaign, that's around. And then of course there's the broad Jingle Jam one.
Mm-hmm.
I think O's has got Calm. And I think Duncan might be doing Calm as well.
I'm I'm doing a stream tomorrow on my channel, and where I'm going to be. It's just going to be a normal Ben stream, but if you want to donate during that, it will all go to the War Child Ukrainian Relief Fund.
That's really
which
good.
I think is a very cool thing.
They do
to
great
donate
stuff.
to.
War Child has been doing stuff for like ages.
Yeah, and it's really, I mean, they're all really important, but obviously as a dad, that
Yeah.
one does speak to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so our Battlestar is big and slow and tough, but it is so far away from the last enemy, it's probably not going to get there.
Is this time for mini guys?
This is time for mini guys, because look, our little Corvette is just getting pounded. It's been hacked, it can't defend itself, it's offline, its armor's gone, its hull's almost breached.
It's dying.
So we need to, basically, I've scrambled the fighter squadrons. Here they are. If these guys have to, like, you know, burn the afterburners real hard to get there, they might be able to save this ship before it gets destroyed. We've got to see how this pans out.
So that red beam is the hacking stream?
That's right, yeah, that's them stealing our Wi-Fi.
No.
Get 'em, boys! That's not for you! That's not public Wi-Fi. He's trying to run away, but his rear armor's already defeated.
Get his rear.
Yeah, shoot him in the butt. This butt. Man, I wish I had, like, glowing plasma trails coming out of my butt.
It's possible then.
Can we fix
Maybe
that?
with the right kind of glasses you can see them. There must be, right?
It must be. I mean, it's 2023.
The other day when it was like below 0 out,
Mm-hmm.
me and Ped went to Cabot, and he was like, we were on the escalator, and he goes, I need to fart, but I don't know if because it's so cold out and you can see your breath. He goes, do you think like a puff of smoke is gonna come out? I said, if you fucking puff your smoke on the escalator with me, I'm leaving.
So how much? The reason your breath puffs is because there's like water droplets in your breath, right? Because your mouth is wet usually.
Maybe he's got really wet
How
farts.
wet is Ped's ass?
I have never checked. I never will.
I don't want to know. Don't answer that question, anyone. I don't want an
Don't
answer to
find
it.
out, anyone. Don't find out. Goodness. I don't know. He asked me that, and I was like, why do I go anywhere with you?
Love it.
Oh.
Well, that's when you know you're really good friends with someone, when you can ask a question like that. And
Well,
then,
I wish almost that wasn't the case.
you don't want to know about
No.
Ped's butt concerns?
I don't want to know about his ass. Goodness.
Come on, Vipers, you can do it. Bring it down faster. Faster. Oh, God. Oh, no.
Our guy's getting pretty close. He's only at 27.
Yeah, I feel like this last volley of missiles is going to absolutely wreck that guy. So we're in trouble. But we are chipping away at him.
The little guys. Why are they clear? Are they invisible to the other guy?
You get this like outline of what the ship looks like because they're so small
Oh.
that it's actually this little one pretend ship is like 20 tiny ships. There we go. There they are.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's like a little swarm of them.
Oh, I like that.
Can we like camera follow them? Oh, I think they're probably too far away. But I'm going to tell one squadron to defend that ship and see if they can shoot down those missiles. But I feel like they're probably too far away and it won't work. But we'll try.
It's worth a shot.
It's worth a shot, right? And we'll do some counter hacking if we can.
All right, you know what to do, chat, on the next very, very cold day. Because now everyone's wondering.
Yeah, check yourself. Check each other's, like, clouds.
Check your clouds. We're at
check your
2
clouds.
health.
So we're at 1 health. They're at 2 health.
Oh, it's getting close.
it's down to the absolute wire on this one.
Oh, goodness. If you can, I say we. I've been just having a nice time.
We're a team. That's okay.
If we can pull this off, it would be very cool.
I would really hope we can. Like, come on, Galactica. Get your fat ass over here. So slow. Is there anything else we can do? Can we... The front and the rear are absolutely fine. Is there any way we can get you to turn, or are you just completely hacked out?
He won't do it, it looks like.
He won't do it. Fire control offline.
So we can't even use his little missiles.
We can try.
What about boosters? Can we boost him?
Repairs underway.
can try. Hit them boosters. It's just can our tiny fighter squadrons blow this up before he blows us up?
I think so. He's missing a lot.
Yeah, yes! Yeah! We got him!
We need some big clappers in the chat. What if there was just one latent missile that was like just so slow and it still killed us?
Oh, double KO. That would be the worst.
Well, how good is that though? We must have been on 1 by the end of. Well, we were on
Literally,
1.
Look, there it is. 1
2.
health.
Give that guy a raise.
Yeah, I mean, those guys need a day off, I think.
I think
now.
so too.
Woo-wee. They got 5 XP.
I like. Is this the music that plays in the show too?
The music in the show is actually really good. It's made by Bear McCreary.
Okay.
I don't know if you know him. He does like a lot. He's like a famous TV soundtrack guy.
The sci-fi man. Bear McGreer. How did he get that cool name? Did he choose it?
I mean, just
He's hot too.
you know, right?
What a hot man.
I think people saw him and said, "You look like a man called Bear."
Yeah.
You know.
Is that his real name, chat? Do you know?
It probably isn't, but maybe it is his name, and he sculpted his look to match his. Let's look at his wiki because he's done like a lot of real good soundtracks.
See, it doesn't say born a different name.
Oh.
Right?
No, it doesn't. Yeah, look, McCreary's definitely like his surname.
Mm-hmm. So they're like, yeah, we're naming our kid Bear, and then he has a brother, and his name's just Brendan. Why didn't he get to be like Eagle or Hawk or something? Oh, so he did Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Walking Dead, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. Whoa.
He did all the big TV shows, basically. I think Battlestar Galactica was the one that
launched it?
Like got him real famous for soundtrack.
2004,
Look, it was his first
2009.
TV show that he did.
71 episodes he did of it.
In 2004.
That's not too bad.
Yeah,
That's
that was
a normal anime amount.
True. But you also, to be honest, you can just watch season 1.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty well self-contained.
Okay.
And that's only like 12 episodes.
Do they have a Battlestar Galactica anime? Because I feel like they developed Dead Space into an anime.
Did they?
And they've done some anime re-adaptations of sci-fis and stuff. So it would be probably cool if they did.
Anime.
I don't think so.
I thought there might be like a fan service thing, you know? Like a...
Oh, it could be spicy in here with anime after the title.
That's true.
But, that looks cool, but I think that's just fan-made.
That's just fan art, yeah.
Is that the android chat? The sexy android? What a guy, though, Bear McGreary. Oh, is that number 6. That does sound like my, and obviously... It's a blonde woman in a red dress. You give me that person in the lineup. I'm choosing that one as the fucking robot.
Of course you
How do
are.
I trick the humans? Be sexy. What do they like? Jessica Rabbit.
So
Human
she
love.
is a robot, but
Yeah.
you know she's a robot from the start. Like they don't even try to
What is
pretend
this,
that she's not a robot.
God, they've recreated The Last Dinner.
Last Supper, yeah.
The Last Supper. That's very cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
So, but wait a second. Does this have spoilers? Because the person that you know is Judas, and then you're like, well, now I know.
Which one's Judas at the Last Supper painting?
Judas is the one... Well, there's someone with a knife. But I can't remember which one Judas is in the lineup. Is he like the second from the right of Jesus, maybe?
This is very important.
We do need
We need
to
to
know.
halt the stream
The
for
Last
this.
Supper.
Last Supper art Judas.
So it will point him out. Okay, of course. Oh, he's the one...
Sorry, let's get it big.
Because there's someone that looks like they're whispering to
Oh, he's
Jesus.
this guy here. He's not there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like he's missing on purpose because like she's Jesus
Well, it
and
looks
then
like...
that's John.
So there's Thomas and James Major. And James Minor as well. And I like... My favorite person in the Last Supper original painting, of course, is Thomas. Because why is he just like this at Jesus?
Which one's Thomas?
He looks like he's
Oh yeah,
like,
he's really going
like-
for something with
he's
that
like,
finger.
I
right?
told you how many times now? Just once, maybe. But still, once should be enough.
If I've told you once, Jesus, I've
Yes.
told you 1,000 times.
Yes. I know you're an android.
You fracking skin job,
You
Jesus.
fracking Jesus.
My favorite is Matthew, who's just
Yeah.
really over dramatic about
Yeah.
it. He's like, for fuck's sake.
He goes, do you see this shit? Are you seeing this? This is Jesus. I saw this guy turn water into wine, and you're gonna doubt me on that?
He's just got like, he is outraged.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here for it.
It's great. The pointing one. So why have they got the woman from the salad meme in the Battlestar Galactica one?
She just wants to shout at the cat.
Is the robot lady the cat in this? Because she's got the lady next to her too that's like holding her back with the pointing. And then the fucking android woman is the cat from the salad meme. Someone make it. Five.
But this makes it even worse because you might not notice it because their hair's a different color, but that's the same actor.
Oh, okay.
Because there are many copies of the robots.
Oh, that'd be so weird.
They're just like clones.
So you see yourself and you're like, well, one of us has got to change.
Yeah, but sometimes the robots don't know that they're robots. They've been programmed to think that they're human.
That's creepy.
So sometimes they walk into like, oh, hang on, you're a me.
Oh, and then you've got to be like,
am I a robot?
Yeah.
Like what?
So you've got to, I don't know. I guess, did they bleed and stuff? I guess
Yeah,
I'll watch the show
it's-
and find out.
Check it out. Pretty good.
Interesting.
But that's all we got time for Battlestar Galactica today. We've
I
gotta
really
move on to
like
another
that.
game.
So it's a cool turn-based game, and there's lots of like, I like how you can choose which side of the ship you're going to get hit on, so you can like tank things and stuff. I like the little guys that you can send out.
Yeah.
I like the names of all this stuff too, because it's very like mythology based.
Oh, there's so much like Greek mythology in this. Like,
Oh, of course, the Manticore as well.
Oh yeah, like everything's sort of vaguely themed. Like the gods these guys worship are all like Apollo and Athena and that kind of thing. Yeah, it's cool. Check it out. Well, you've got it. If you've already donated £35 or more to the Jingle Jam, you have this and 70 other amazing games worth over £1,000. There's only 2 days left to get this, so follow the link in chat, donate £35 or more, and get yourself or a friend an amazing collection of games.
And if there's another IP that you want to check out, it looks like Slytherin has a ton of them too. So
That is true. Slytherin, thank you so much for giving us an excellent game, Battlestar Galactica, and check out their other games because they got good ones.
yeah, excellent.
Should we take a short little break and then like get the next game ready?
Yeah, what have we got next after this? Signs of the Sojourner? Is that how you say
Yeah,
that?
That sounds about right. Well, I'll have a little sojourn, which I think is like a break. Does that work? Have I
think it
have I
does.
segued?
I think so.
Amazing, so smooth. So we'll see you in just a couple of minutes.
Be back in a few.